Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another Rocket League Market Watch Monday. Now, if you haven't seen the series before, Market Watches is where I go over items in the market that are either, trending downwards, trending upwards. I give my opinion on whether you should sell stuff, whether you should pick some stuff up because they might be on the rise, that kind of thing, because the market's kind of all about investing your keys and what are the smart kind of items to pick up, what you should be looking out for, that kind of stuff. That's what this is about. And every market watch I do always has a theme to it, and this week's theme are things that could potentially be on the rise soon, and if not soon, they're already starting to move. So we'll just start things off with some wheels, and then we'll work our way down to goal explosions and car bodies. Yeah. So first things first, we're not going to start with white wheels. Actually, we're going to start with crimson wheels. Now, there's always a majority of the fan base, they love crimson. They want that crimson color for the paint, and I believe, well, I can show you actually right here. The one I'm talking about is the Crimson Wonderment. Yeah, you're like, the Wonderment, really? Well, okay. Let's just go back here. 3 months, right? 3 months ago it was 15 to 18. That was February, but the hype was dying down. And they just kind of kept falling. But Triumph Crate came out, and they've kind of been slowly on the rise. The Triumph Crate came out, what was that, month and a half ago? 11 to 13, and then you can see the trend here. They just kind of kept going up a little bit and up a little bit, and right now they're trying to, get up to like that 15, 16 key range. I mean, currently 13 to 16, somewhere in there. But you could tell the last month and a half, these things are going up. These are probably, I mean, I know Crimson Dracos are still more expensive than this, but these things are far more crimson. You definitely notice these more than, at least in my opinion, you notice them more than the Crimson Dracos. If you're out on the field playing Rocket League and somebody's got these, you're gonna, your head's gonna be like, whoa, what's that? He's got some. Like, yeah, he does. Somebody's got these. You notice them. So Crimson Wonderments are something to keep an eye out for. I don't know how far they're gonna continue to rise, but they're showing they could rise. Maybe they hit up to that 20 key range. So maybe they go up like another 5 to 6 keys, somewhere in that range. But it's something to keep an eye out for. Absolutely. I think it's I've had these before. I kind of sold them, around like the hype period when they first came out. They were stupid expensive, but now they've died off. There's still Santa crates out there, but let's be honest, nobody's opening them. But if you could get your hands on some of those Crimson Wonderments, maybe sit on them, you might be able to make a few keys on it. If you got the patience, that is. If you got the patience. Alright, what other wheels we got here? Oh, here we go. These ones are more for the collectors. I kind of went over these last week, but, hey, we're going over them again. Going over them, where are they? The Apex. These things will just not stop rising. Check this out. Look at this. This is nuts. The longest time, the last 3 months, they were like 310 to 330. And then, everyone's like, okay, they're retired. That means the price has to go up, right? And just look at that. Look at it, just shoots up. That is absolutely crazy. Currently, they're 340 to 365. I don't know why these things would slow down. I see these continuing to go up even a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised overall if these things actually reach 400. I wouldn't be surprised, but then again, I wouldn't be. I mean, again, you can't get these in game anymore. Only like the high end collectors actually have these in their inventories, and most of them are just gonna, well, hold on to them, unless they're just gonna sell off their entire collection. Good luck trying to get some, and then even then, trying to trade for them is a nightmare, because you're going to have to either trust them for one, or two, trust middlemen on official like Discord servers, and those can even be sketchy in itself. I've had a few people like that, very sketchy. Just be careful if you're ever trying to trade for Apex, like anything that's going to require a middleman, you really need to be careful. I don't trust middlemen. I've been on the official, Rocket League middleman servers. I know a few that are actually, fake. I know the real ones, and even on the real ones, you still get burned. So, be careful if you're trying to get these things. I mean, not just the white one. Like I said, I've said this before with white and gray. Once white goes up, gray goes up, especially for the Apex, because the gray actually looks white. I mean, let's go back here a few months. These things, they were dropping, but they're starting to go back up again. Come on, mouse. There we go. 90 to 100, and now they're starting to go back up. They jumped up 5 keys, 95 to 100. If the white one continues going up, this thing will continue going up as well. Like I said with the white one, well, pretty much with all the Apex, they're retired. You can't get them in drops. You can only get them through trade, so that's just something to consider. And again, be careful if you're trading for, especially if you're using a middleman, because I don't want to make this about middleman, okay? I just don't trust middlemen, even the official ones. I don't trust them. But and then the Crimson one too. I just want to go over, and there's another one. I mean, look at the rise on them. Just look at the rise on them. They're just going up and up and up. Their current Crimson are 130 to 150. What is up with that? I mean, I get why they're going up. I get it, but people are nuts if you're trying to pick those up. You're nuts. But hey, if you can pick them up for what they are right now and just watch them rise, you're only making profit for yourself, and isn't that what it's about? So, if you know somebody that you can trust in a trade that has white, gray, or crimson Apex, and you can make the trade, and you could say you pick up, we'll just put it right in the middle. If you pick up crimson Apex for 140, sit on them for a month, you might make 10, 15 keys, something like that. Is it worth it for a month? I think so. Plus you get to use them that whole time that you will have them. So, I mean, that's always a bonus. You get to drive around, kind of showing them off, make other people, jealous. Some people are like, wow, how'd you get those? And be like, well, I won them. I got them from a drop. I did it myself. I didn't trade for them. You can lie to people. Don't lie to people. That's rude. But, it'd be cool. So, yeah, if you can pick them up for 140 and then, like, in a month, sell them for, like, 160 or something like that. 1 month of getting to use them and wear them and play with them and then sell them for an additional 20 keys. You can't argue with that. I really don't think you can. The other one that I won, Sky Blue's going up too, but the other one I personally like because I love Saffron. Crimson? No, the Saffron ones, duh. I mean, these things have been shooting up. It's crazy. 24 to 27 for a while. They're sitting at 33 to 37. I had my chance few months. I bring this up a few times too. I had had a chance to pick them up a few months ago when they were like 18 to 21. I'm like, you know what? I could probably wait, and I still don't have them, and now they're super hard to find. All Apexes are just, they could be a nightmare just to even try to obtain. Even the ones you don't need middlemen for. Just ridiculous. Alright, so we got that out of the way, and some more painted wheels, because RLCS is coming up. It's June 8th through the 10th, I believe. Yeah, so that's coming up in a few weeks, and RLCS is done. The drops won't be happening, so there's a chance where those Razzle wheels will finally potentially go up in price. So if you've been sitting on any of these Razzle wheels, I mean, since they came out, they just dropped. They just dropped in price. But look at the white ones. We're just gonna look at the white one prices real quick. I mean, since they came out, 45 to 50, and then just tumbled all the way down to 10 to 12. Once RLCS ends, that is a good time for them. Maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that after the RLCS ends. Then you could start seeing the price go back up a little bit. So if you got some extra keys, maybe go for like the crimson or the black ones. Black ones look dope in my opinion. So do the crimson. They're not too many. I mean, 5 keys. There's a lot of people that are willing to sell them on the lower end just to get rid of them. But pick up black or, for 5 and crimson ones for 4. And then just sit on them. See what happens with them. Me personally, I'd be willing to take that bet. I would. I'd be like, yo, I'm going to sit on them. We'll see what happens. But I think that's... Nope, we got a few more wheels. Uncommon wheels. I like to mention these because these are awesome to collect and they're getting harder to find. Especially, certain certification ones. So I'm not going to go over certification, but a few of these ones. The black tunicas. Everybody loves the black wheels, especially if you're going for like just a simple look. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a simple look for a vehicle, but just black wheels in general. Black tunicas, right now they're 3 to 4. They're 3 to 4 right now. That's still pretty cheap. These things can go up. I mean, can we go to the PC on this price? Yeah. Check out this on the PC. These things are 11 to 13. So, I mean, if anything's like an indication, you know, these things, let's just go back 3 months. I mean, these things have been on the rise on the PC, 7 to 9, 8 to 10, 9 to 11. I mean, they've just kind of been going up. So, I mean, if that's any indication, pick up black tunicas now. Maybe you pick them up for 3 and, I don't know, in a month or something, they become like minimum 5. It's 2 keys, but it's still something nice to, you know, something nice and little you can sit on that could has a good potential to make you some profit, okay? That's all I'm trying to say right now. I'm just trying to make some profit. What else we got? These sterns. These things are very hot. These things could, like, burst in price at any second. I mean, okay. PS4, 1 to 2. That's nothing. That's nothing. Go to the PC, check out this price. 6 to 8. Okay, these things have started to go up. Actually, go back 3 months. Right? Yep. Check out that booming price right there. Check out that booming price. These things were 3 to 4, and then was it Squishy Muffins? I think he said black sterns and black OEMs, or like his favorite wheels or wheels that he really likes or something. He said that, and then these things exploded in popularity. Like, whoa, really? Okay, everybody has to have them, and now they're solid 6 to 8. They've been that way for quite a bit, but remember, this is on that's on PC. On PS4, they're 1 to 2. It could happen. It could happen. There's a lot of people out there looking for these, so I wouldn't be surprised. Pick this up now for 1 key, if you can get it for 1 key. Most likely you're gonna have to pay 2, but you can maybe get it for 1. Just something, again, small you can pick up for pretty much next to nothing. Sit on, see what happens. That way, you know, high reward, low risk kind of thing. And like I just said, the black OEMs as well. I believe were the other wheels. I believe right now, 1 to 2, same as a stern. They don't cost much. They don't cost much. But if we go look at the PC, go to 3 months. Okay, well I guess it doesn't go back that far, but it's 2 to 3.5, 2 to 4. Okay, these things haven't exploded yet in price wise, but it was another one that was kind of like, okay, you know, this thing has the chance to go up, so maybe not as great of a reward as the black sterns could be, but it's just black OEMs. It's just something to keep an eye out for. It's something to think about, you know, like, hey, if you come across somebody in a trading party that has one, go for it. Just pick them up, sit on them, see what happens. It won't cost you anything, especially if it's an item that you're not gonna ever use anyway. Just keep them, see what happens. See what happens with them. Alright, what else? We got a few other things here. This one is one of my personal favorite items in the entire game. I've told you this since Atomizer came out. Atomizer first came out, it was 33 to 35 at its peak. Ever since then, it went down, down, down. I told you to sell this because eventually, Dueling Dragons, my goal explosion, was going to overtake this for the #1 goal explosion in terms of price-wise, at least. And check out Dueling Dragons. I love this thing. I've covered this before, but I want to keep doing it. This thing, okay, so for a while I was trying to really find its price, right? And just like, okay, what is it actually going to be? And, you know, it started to even out at 16 to 17, and there's a slight increase. It's going up. It's sitting at 17 to 18 right now. This thing could, depends on if, you know, a new crate comes out with another goal explosion that people actually like better than Dueling Dragons. People didn't like Atomizer as much as Dueling Dragons, which is why the Dragons are still the #1 goal explosion. But if there's a new crate that comes out with a better goal explosion, Dragons are going to fall. But if there's a new crate that has no new goal explosions or more goal explosions that aren't as good, Dragons could probably go up to 20. I wouldn't be surprised. It's on that upward trend. It is on that upward trend. Check it out. Just want to see its PC price real quick. Pretty solid, 22 to 23. Okay, yeah. So, Dueling Dragons, yeah. Definitely Dueling Dragons is the top goal explosion to have right now. Definitely. Get yourself one if you can afford it. It's definitely worth it. And the last one I want to go over is just one simple car. Yeah, it's not simple. It's the Octane. Again, these are prices. This is all things for prices that could go up shortly, in the near future. And white Octane is one of those things. I don't, of course, it doesn't go back, but I can tell you from experience, back in like December, these things on the PS4 were like 85 keys. These things were 85. Even before that, like the graph was hovering around like 65 to 70. Then December it kind of went up to the 85 key. Then it kind of dropped, and then this is where it kind of comes into focus, 69 to 77, and then it kind of went up, and now it went back down. And it's at a really, for a white Octane price, it's really cheap, 60 to 65. This is something to, if you can get the keys, pick this up, definitely use it, and then just sit on it. If you want to resell it later down the line, there's a good chance this thing can definitely go back up in price. It's always going to be the number one car in Rocket League. I mean, I don't see any way to actually... I don't see any cars ever beating this, especially if it just drops out of a crate. Those things, the white versions of those cars usually drop. Unless, I don't know, it's going to be really hard to beat that. So white Octane's always going to have its high price. And with the rumored, the new update that's coming out sometime in the summer where the experience, the leveling up system, every time you level up, you're guaranteed to get an uncommon or a rare or a very rare or an import. Now, if you don't know, the imports they're talking about are the things like the Octane, like these cars right here. I'll show you real quick. Where is it? All right, so it's pretty much like the Octane, the Breakout, the Merc, the Roadhog, the Venom, and the X-Devil. For cars, there is some boost as well. It's like the... I think it's the is it Data Stream? Yeah, I think it's Data Stream, Flamethrower, Ion, Lightning, Plasma, Sacred, Sparkles, Standard, and Thermal. I want to say those are all imports. Those are things that you can get supposedly from when this new update drops, whenever it does, sometime in the summer. So just think about that. There's a chance you could get a white Octane to drop. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that right now. But who knows? Maybe they changed their mind about the imports dropping. I don't know. But that's a discussion for a different video. But that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys kind of learned a little something. That's what I try to do here. Just a few items for you to keep an eye out for. Some few things that could be going up in price pretty soon. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.